So many marketers fear me. Remodelers, builders, and contractors, behold, this is episode number 348 of the My Online Toolbox weekly quick tips and reminders in all facets of marketing to help you grow your business with more quality leads, amplifying more quality. Last week, episode number 347, check it out on Facebook or YouTube because we focused in on the number one holiday idea to say thanks and get leads too while enjoying the process. But it was a little misleading because it's really the number one holiday ideas. You have three left. TikTok. It's almost the end of the year, so if you're really not sure what to do, go back to last week's episode to get these bright ideas that will just really help you kickstart for the next year. But this week, we're moving right into this question that was posed to us on why so many marketers fear me. And we had to come up with a list because I don't like to use the word fear, but I want to introduce to what we believe is why some people will be agitated when they hear that we're now working with a new client, whether it's a remodeler, builder, or contractor, and they want us to be in sync with existing resources. And sometimes those existing resources are very resistant to having somebody else join them. But too bad. Let me just explain why many times we're met with resistance because we might still be able to help you out. First, it's important to realize that marketing is not just the knowledge of a website, SEO, social media, or whatnot. Marketing is a separate, independent topic of all of the technology that is out there and available to help promote your business. Almost 40 years ago, can't believe I'm saying it, but almost 40 years ago, when I was in my infancy, I was marketing businesses in college. And among the few was at the time, for any old timers out there, I hate to use those words, but you might recognize these original floppy disks. Well, when computers were new to the college scene, getting supplies was a little bit difficult. And because I had a car, I was able to go off campus and pick up boxes upon boxes of floppy disks, paper, ribbon, and so forth. And I had a store in my office, or should I say, in my room at college selling product. But I had to learn marketing at a very young age within a real business. Was also bringing kids, for anybody that knows about the way the spring break crowd was on the right hand side there in the 80s. It was very cool. But I was marketing spring break activities and renting buses, renting hotels, and bringing literally dozens upon dozens. And once we hit two buses of kids coming down from our university to enjoy spring break. But I had to go through a bunch of marketing to be able to promote these bus tours and the hotel availability and plan in advance and collect cash and everything that could go wrong and right to bring a couple of dozen kids on the low end and upwards of two bus loads on the high end to a spring break activity. So that's where I began to learn marketing before all of the social media and the buzzwords of websites and SEO and so forth came. But then, as I graduated college, I started my first business and then became much more proficient in marketing topics. In this particular case, you're looking at a print ad that I was working on. Then, as time went by in my subsequent business, my second company, the internet was slowly starting to make a presence in the marketing, but there was still a tremendous amount of trade show activity taking place for me to be able to grow my company. Then I started building product and teamed up with a multi-billion-dollar company to help me promote my new products to market. Through there, when we started to mature and started my fourth company, which is My Online Toolbox, I was already being featured in Forbes, already being featured in Entrepreneur magazine, and this was before we even were selling a product. And so as time has gone by, and now that we're entering the new year, and like one of the big buzz topics out there is understanding the new Google core algorithm updates, and we're now writing for national magazines, and we're also going to be a speaker at the upcoming event in Vegas at the end of February 2025. This all becomes very intimidating when other people see the forcefulness of how we approach marketing, looking to not just play games, but to see how a business grows from an entrepreneurial perspective. And whether you are $0 coming just off the ground with an idea and looking to make your first 100, quarter million, or $500,000 in the first 1, 2, 3 years of business, or perhaps you're going from 1 million to 5 million or 5 million to 10 million, there's so many different topics that, in addition to the traditional topics that everybody wants to talk about the posts that you're going to do on social media or about whatever you're going to do with a video or website update, all of that goes back to not technology, but marketing. And many people don't appreciate it, so they get intimidated when someone like myself joins their company and then pushes somebody to do things that they've never really been educated to do. So in using this example on our Instagram channel, we've had 100 over 190 featured projects. Those featured projects are so concentrated on the quality of someone's brand and being able to focus in on not just what we're doing on a weekly basis or monthly basis, but preparing and projecting out quarter by quarter, year by year, is very intimidating to many people who don't even understand what the heck we're talking about in the first place. So, whether we're talking about websites, images, video, SEO, social media, emails, phone messages, yard signs, truck wraps, postcards, trade shows, magazine advertisements, and even paid ads, all have one thing in common, at least when it comes to my online toolbox, and that is that we have a 101% commitment to a client's brand, regardless of the technology they use and regardless of who they use at the technical level. And right there, when we talk about who they use at the technical level, many people simply are intimidated on the objective of my online toolbox that helps educate their clients to being able to appreciate all of their marketing mechanisms and to how to use them wisely with a keen focus on a return on investment. And so, right there alone, it's intimidating, especially to the younger generation. And we're not hitting the younger generation, but I'm just saying somebody who's less mature in marketing or very limited, if any, experience in being an entrepreneur, very limited, if any, experience in using their own money, let alone like my online toolbox doing it 4 times, where we've birthed companies and we're concerned about everything from getting to market, getting sales, having repeat business, and making money with a focus in on net income. A lot of people just don't understand all of those topics. So then they get fearful. And then they sometimes get resistant to being able to have an adult manage what they're doing. And again, being cautious on the words that we're using here, but many times you need adult supervision to control a very important topic that's going to help navigate where you're going many years out. So, with my online toolbox, we like to remind people our commitment with Facebook and YouTube. On our My Online Toolbox channel, we have 350 episodes like we're doing today. The featured projects on Instagram, we have over 190 featured projects, and that continuity over an extended period of time with an unwavering commitment to one topic and one topic alone, which is brand marketing, is very intimidating, and many times people are fearful. We don't care. We like to let people know our goal is to help owners. We're not looking to help every single person like us, because many times it could be intimidating when you're forcing someone to do the right thing for a client, regardless of whether it goes against the grain of their knowledge of technology. But either way, if you want to get a jump start, please have your people take the My Online Toolbox education classes, because it's the leading one in the industry that does not care about who you're working with. It focuses in on the topics and making sure you embrace the strategy. So, regardless of who you work with, there is a very specific understanding in how to embrace this stuff, which is the most critical aspect of where you think you're going to be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and many years out. So give that some consideration. Again, be fearful of us if you're going to have us work with your people, because we're not playing games and we have one objective, which is to help you grow your business with more quality leads. Technology changes, people come and go, But if you maintain your brand and stay consistent with what your approach is to the use of technology, it won't matter as technology changes or people changes because your brand will live on and continuously get stronger. This is my online toolbox reminding you to start planning yesterday for next year's marketing and profits. Have a healthy week, and we will see you next week.